Hello, are you struggling to sell your property? Today we're going to be covering market versus marketing. So firstly I'm going to start by introducing myself. I am Victoria. I am the lady holding the cup of tea. It is empty. Don't tell anybody. And I own and run VMove Estate Agents, and we can be found in our beautiful city of Lancaster. And just below we've got a gorgeous shot there of Lancaster Quay from one of our local photographers. So that's a little bit about me. Now we're going to go on to how your sale is going. So, you will love this vlog if you are new to the market and you're just starting to generate viewings. If you've been on for a little while and haven't yet sold. If you're getting viewings but haven't got any offers yet, so you're yet to secure those offers. If your viewings have slowed down, so they've started quite strong and they've tailed off. If you've had no offers and very few viewings, or if you've been on for longer than you thought you were, or your estate agent had said that you were going to be on the market for. So what is to blame? Is it the market that's to blame? Or is it the marketing that's to blame? So what's the difference? Market. This is the effect the amount of buyers that are in search of their new home is having on the overall results that we see. Seasons can affect the number of buyers, mortgages and interest rates. There's penalties for some types of purchases which can halt the market, and things such as Brexit can affect the property market as a whole. You might notice I've said as a whole. That does not mean that your house will not sell because of all these factors. So marketing is slightly different. This is about how you attract the right buyers, not every buyer. How are you attracting the most likely buyers to buy your home for the price that you really want to sell it at? So marketing is all about attraction, attractiveness. How, who is it appealing to and why do they want to come and see your property? So let's go back to our market analysis. The market is something you cannot change, and it is whatever you want it to be. There are stories in the news at the moment about how we're having a little slump, but of course Lancaster's been busy as ever, so it's all about the house. Some might say that there are more buyers in the summer. That's true, but there's also more houses on the market in the summer, and some say, well, there's less chance of selling in the winter, surely. Because there's less people in the market. There is also less houses on the market, so the ratios are pretty similar. So the market's got nothing to do with it? It doesn't. We know that how a property is presented and marketed can have a huge impact on whether or not a house sells. It stands to reason then that if your home isn't professionally dressed to sell, and the marketing, photography, brochure, written description, advertising campaign and promotion strategy is not at 100%, then no one can really be sure what's preventing your home from selling. Therefore, we can't blame the market, it must be the marketing first. So what's making your house stick? There are three main elements to marketing your property. There's the market, which is the type of person you would like to attract. So it's your target market. This will be your most likely buyer. The message. What are you telling your buyer about your property? From the photographs to everything else, what is that saying to your buyer? What matters most to your buyer? What can you offer them? And the medium. How are they getting this information? How is your online advert on Rightmove and Zoopla looking? How is your brochure? What does your brochure look like? How are they getting this information when they phone up the office? How are the office staff and the estate agents there talking to your buyers about your home? What's the overall feel? For example, here is a bedroom of a property that we sold. I think it was back in 2015, this one. If you looked at that, your first thought, without seeing anything else, would be a teenager's bedroom, perhaps. You can see a few medals in the background. It might be, you might feel that wallpaper's a bit much. It might be just right for you. It might be appealing to a teenager or perhaps a student. Now, it might surprise you that this is what it actually looked like. So there it is. So the first property is from the original estate agent that photographed the property, and it was on the market for 5 months. This was bedroom number 4. You could cartwheel in most of these bedrooms actually in this property, and we sold this one in 2 weeks. So you can see how the message and the market, the target market, is a little bit mixed up. This is bedroom 4 of a 5-bedroom barn conversion, and the 4th bedroom was the guest bedroom. So of course it needed that luxury element to it, whereas previously it looked like it was probably ready for a teenager, when it might not necessarily have been a house and a buyer with teenagers that bought it. It was on for $420,000 and sold to the first buyer, who coincidentally had seen the online advert and seen it on the market previously, but decided not to view because they didn't think it was right for them. So that's interesting. Another example, previous agents had, and yes, we did ask them to paint the walls, they'd had this on the market for 6 months, and they got a lot of viewings at first. It's looks a little bit modern. You can't even tell actually on this photograph that those units are gloss units. It just looks like a black kitchen. They've got the bin in the way, they've got children's drawings on the fridge. This house was all open plan downstairs, which is not normally something that a family would go for, but there's elements of family within that first photograph. It was more of a first time buyer house, so after a few, we had a little rejig of the kitchen. I didn't paint the walls, the homeowner painted the walls for us, or for himself really, and we got 4 full asking price offers in 4 days from launch. So previously appealing to the wrong target market, the message was all wrong in that photograph, and of course we got the sale shortly thereafter. So your medium is how you get this information to your buyer. So we've covered market and message. Now, how does your buyer get this information? It's everything from Rightmove and Zoopla. Are those optimized? Are the photographs in the right order? Is every element of that in the right way? Is it leading them through the property in the right way? Newspaper advertising, although I don't agree with newspaper advertising, I don't find it's something that you should do for your property. It's more of an estate agent's way of showcasing what they can do. Your brochure. Does your brochure fit with your home? How does it look when it lands on your buyer's doorstep? Phone calls, viewings. How are the viewings conducted? The aftercare for those clients. Do they feel like this is the right house? Does everything feel right with it? Have they got the answers to questions? These are all things that will change a buyer's perception of your property. So things like the brochures. Up in the top corner, we've got a brochure that's very modern. We've got a very modern property that fits. Then we've got a cottage property. This one has sold. It's been on the market for 18 months. And in that we've kept it a real cottage feel. It's in the countryside at Kirkby Lonsdale. It's lovely. You know, how are the agents talking about your house? Are they excited by it? Is it something that are you giving your buyers a pat on the back for choosing that one? Or is it just another one? You know, is it just another 3-bedroom semi? Is it just another 4-bedroom detached house in the area? And of course, online, how does it look? Is it so enticing they can't help themselves but click on that advert? Take a look at yours. Have a look at what else is above and below yours. What else is coming up in the search for your property in your area? Is it something that is so appealing they cannot help but click on your advert? So, market, message, medium. Are all these 100% right for your home? Who is the most likely buyer for your house, and have you done everything you can to entice them? If you have a 5-bedroom dream home on the outskirts of the city centre, Are your golf clubs out? Are those luxury candles lit? Have you given people the experience that they would expect in those kind of properties? The message that you're giving out during the viewing tour. Is everything tidy? Is everything, all the kids' toys, away? Does it feel like there is enough space for your buyers to move in? And medium. Is everything consistent? Is it consistent across all the different points of contact or the moments of truth that someone has with your property? My face came up a bit soon there. If not, or you're not sure, I can offer you something. We can offer you a complimentary marking assessment, and I will come and see you. It will take about 45 minutes. We'll cover all marketing materials and how you can improve, the online marketing of your home and what your buyers are thinking, what message are you giving out to those buyers, and the presentation and how you can best appeal to your ideal buyer, because your ideal buyer will actually pay your ideal price because the house will be perfect. Very recently, last year actually, we sold a property that had been on the market for 7 years. And we had a few different buyers coming, but most of them were couples. And the person who ended up buying the property, it was a couple. They were buying from a couple, and they liked a lot of the same things. It's very similar to how they were when they purchased a property, but they were 10 years younger. So, think about why you bought it. Think about your neighbours. If your neighbours are all families and young families, it will most likely be a young family that will purchase yours. So try appealing to them. Think about all the things they'd want in a property. We want it to be clean, want it to feel easy. If you're in a bungalow and your ideal buyer is perhaps a downsizer, think about things they'd like to see. They'll be used to having certain elements in their big home that they won't want to negotiate on in a new home. So can you offer some of those elements on a smaller scale? We'll also cover what action you can take without changing agents. I know people panic and go, don't want to change agents. That's fine, you don't have to. But what you can ask from your estate agent in order to get the results that you want. And of course, how to appeal and how to find your perfect buyer for your property. During the process, if you realise that we're your perfect agent to help and get you sold, you will receive a discount on our fees because you must be our kind of client too, as you've loved what we've done so far. Very simply, we don't take on all homes that we go out to see. We are very selective as an agency, and there are certain reasons for that we'd love to discuss with you. If we're not right for you, that's fine. You get all this information for free. If we are and you love us, then we'd love to take it on board. But it is a no pressure. We'll come round and have a chat. So how do you get your complimentary session? Call 01524 230 722 and ask for me. I'm Victoria. You can email me direct at v.green@v-move.co.uk. Send me an email. Let me know that you want your complimentary market assessment. You can Facebook message us, type in @VMove Estate Agents, click like on our page, and you'll get loads more of these offers and loads more of our new video blogs. This is the first one I've done, so if you've got to the end, very well done. I'm surprised I did. Thank you for taking the time to watch. I hope it was useful to you and you've got some great tips on how to get your perfect buyer at your perfect price. Until next time, goodbye.